Hello and welcome to another video. Today my topic of discussion is why I think and hope Alastor will not become an antagonist slash full-on villain eventually in Hazbin Hotel. And I'm here to defend my point and explain that sure, he is not a good guy, far from it, let's say. I'm not trying to defend him on that front. He is definitely evil, manipulative, all that jazz, but he is not pure evil. He's not a similar vein to Valentino or some aspects Vox, who controls media and brainwashes people, which I think Vox is maybe a little bit better, but he still probably would kill innocents to get his way. But anyway, so my main argument for this is a little context. After the pilot released, and before the main show announced, Viv had a live stream where she talked about how, answered random questions, also draw art for the characters as well, from donations. And basically, someone asked, I can't remember the exact question, I probably should have looked at it, but it was some on the lines of it's more moral code, and Vivsipop said directly that he has a similar moral code to the TV show character Dexter, which is a serial killer, if you don't know, targets other killers, or, well, I think I can't remember exactly, but I think it's just other killers, but it could be like other bad people in general, and all that stuff. So, yeah, I'd like to believe that, and I feel like, despite what people say, that nothing in the show contradicts that, and there's one important point that doesn't contradict it, which is, they're all in hell, so, like, he doesn't need to judge people or, figure out what their sins are and all that stuff, because if they're hell, they probably deserve torture anyway. So, and of course some might deserve it more than others. Like, the overlords he took down when he first arrived in hell. If they were overlords, they probably hurt, maimed, whatever they did to get there. And that means it is right in his compass to take them down. And sure, he played a little bit extreme with broadcasting their screams, but again, it's probably to make sure people fear him, which he wants, but also, so people fear him, they don't try and attack other people. Maybe with something we don't know, it's a little bit, maybe not, because he seems he doesn't want to tell people what he wants, but maybe he said, watch out if you attack the innocents, or well, kind of innocent, because they're all in hell still, I will come for you, all that stuff, and all that jazz. But yeah, and maybe not, maybe he just liked killing, and didn't tell anyone why he does it, which makes sense. But yeah, I feel like he still fits in the main show, and all his violent tendencies that go too far, probably, is chopped with the fact that he, and again, he's been in hell for at least decades. Like, he died in 1933, let's say, Hazbin takes place when the main show released. That's 91 years being dead in hell. Probably one of the worst places in that universe. Probably, yeah. Which I know is a lot better than most interpretations, but that's another point. Yeah, so he's probably not going to have the best exposure. I mean, his sadistic side is going to come out a lot more, and mixed with the fact that he doesn't have to hide from the public, and also mixed with the fact that he doesn't have to worry about who he's killing anymore, because all of them probably deserve it. And sure, he still protects the innocent, like with that prequel comic, The Day in the Afterlife, where he shows his day in the afterlife, and sure, he torments like a restaurant waiter or something with birds, but again, restaurant waiter in hell probably did something to deserve that. And then he went to a butcher shop to get meat, and afterwards he heard the sheep being verbally abused, I think, and he physically looked uncomfortable by it and went to save her. And I know people are saying, I'd see a comment saying that he only did it because he just enjoyed chaos and he wanted to attack that person. And again, why did he get so uncomfortable by the person saying it? I know I think it's confirmed that he's a mama's boy. I mean, he's overprotective of his mother, and also women in general, because he's described them as like seeing women as more innocent and all that stuff. So yeah, and yeah, I do think like nothing in the coach, I'm probably repeating myself, but nothing in the show contradicts that. And sure, it's even like I feel like he won't become a full-on villain, and that by the end of the show, he would have not redeemed himself. Far from it. As a #1 Alastor fan, I can confirm he is never going to see heaven. But he maybe like saves the hotel, and maybe almost sacrifices himself. And in exchange, his soul deal is revoked, and maybe he gets even more power. Maybe like he gets some Morning Star magic, which like all that stuff, and then like becomes like a consultant to the crown or something out of hell, which makes him climb even higher, and like all that stuff, and like yeah. So yeah, I feel like that's where it's gonna go. Maybe not exactly like that, but I feel like he is gonna maybe like be forced to be the villain, but like eventually change his ways. Maybe I would love for him if my theory that his mother is in heaven, his mother comes down and convinces him to turn his way. Because of course, if his mother asks him to do that, he probably will. So yeah, that is my thoughts. Please feel free to talk about it in the comments, and I will defend my point. I feel like I've given good points. It's confirmed by Bob herself. It doesn't contradict anything in the main show, and like he has grown to care for the hotel because, well, he talks to Nifty, someone he sees as a daughter-like character, and says, "It's a surprising thrill to watch these wayward souls find connection. Almost makes one sentimental, eh, Nifty?" Or something along those lines, which, yeah, fits it, that he notices he's grown to care and might stick around, and all that stuff, which sure, and again, he still doesn't want to die for his friends. That he doesn't want his legacy to be sacrifice himself for his friends, but he still wants anarchy, chaos, and all that stuff. But he wants his enemies, wicked people, to fear him still, and they might think he's soft if he dies for his friends. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Hope it wasn't too long. Hope you did listen to it all, because I feel like I did make good points. But feel free to comment in the comments below. I will argue about it. Or if you agree with me, I would love to actually find someone who agrees with me once. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.